sis.
I didn't ask.
Mothers and daughters, we don't talk about this.
Ma, ¿cuánta gente tú has dormido con?
Ay, yo desde mí no me acordar de eso y era puta en Cuba, ¿cómo me acordar yo de eso?
So I was at this party last night with some friends, and this guy comes up to me and he says, "You're so beautiful, can I have your number?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, playing hard to get." And I said, "No, I'm simply not interested in you." And he said, "Why can't you just be nice and give me your number?" And I said, "Why did I think of that? I changed my mind all of a sudden. Of course you can have my number. Let me put it in your phone for you." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yes, but it might take a couple minutes because I'm a little drunk." And he said, "Take your time." Good thing I wasn't drunk because I was able to find his Venmo app right away. So I put my phone number in there, and suddenly I'm $5,000 richer. And I'm wondering how on earth did that happen? Did I do that? Yes. I know I wasn't entitled to, and he definitely would have said no, but I took it anyway. I guess I just can't seem to take no for an answer.
Where did all the good men go?
You want to know where all the good guys have gone, huh? I'll tell you where they've gone. But you better hold on to your butts, because I'm going to hit you with some truth that some of y'all ain't ready for. And I say this, and I'm telling you this because I had to listen to a friend of mine the other night that is a good example of this. The good guys are still there. They just don't care anymore. They're tired of putting themselves out there to be crushed. Now I know it happens to men and women, but nowadays it's happening more and more to the good guys, and I'm tired of it. Good example, friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, calls me the other night crying, hysteric, and it took me forever to calm him down. And I asked him what happened. He said, well, he met a girl on TikTok, and everything was going great. They were talking for 3 months, a little bit of a long-distance relationship, but he said everything was great. Everything they believed in was the same. I mean, it seemed like that perfect relationship. And after 3 months, he finally said, hey, I want to take you on a date. I will drive up there and take you on a date. She goes, you know what? That would be great, but you would do that for me? And he's like, yeah. I'm not asking to go sleep with you. I'm not asking to stay the night at your apartment. I just want to come take you on a date. Leave it at that. If we're still good after that, then hey, maybe we got something. He takes off of work, drives all the way up there, and she ghosted him. Out of the blue, ghosted him. Blocked him like she never even existed. And I had to listen to him crying hysterically, going, why do I put myself in these positions? I said, it's not you. It's not. Nowadays, we live in a society where it's easier just to ghost somebody. It's easier just to do the chicken thing and just drop somebody. If you're nervous, if you're full of anxiety and you say, hey, I'm really nervous about this, can we hold off a couple of nights or something? I'm really nervous about this. I would have more respect for somebody who did that as opposed to just dropping me after 3 months of talking. So you want to know where the good guys are? They're still there. They're just tired of excuses and tired of being held to a standard that is unrealistic. Yes, have standards, but make them freaking realistic. Quit looking for the perfect gentleman that has everything.
So I went out on a Tinder date the other day. Starts good. Dinner's good. We even decided to go watch a movie at his house after. And a little sexy time happens. We're not against sexy time. We like sexy time. So sexy time usually makes you hungry. And we decide to get tacos. So I hop in the car and I look over at homeboy who's on his phone. I'm thinking he's going to pick a slow jam for us to go get our munch on. And no, he's got Tinder open and he's matching with chicks and responding to girls he's already matched with. I'm no expert, but I kind of think you should wait till a girl you've just hooked up with, 1, leaves your house, 2, leaves your car before you start scouting out your next conquest.
Okay, men, this is for you. Shoot your fucking shot. Shoot the fuck out that shot. And if you miss, shoot the again, okay? Because a lot of you could be pulling women way out of your league. A lot of women date down, okay? I know a ton of women who would take a 6 or a 7 with some swag and a solid personality over an airhead 10 any day, okay? So please get the fuck out there. I don't know why this ever stopped. I love you guys. Good luck. DM me if you have questions. I got you.
When I was 19, this girl I was talking to was like, oh, I love this restaurant. I love the food there. So I was like, okay, bet I'll take you. And I ain't never been to a fancy restaurant before. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, the most I'm going to spend is like 150 beans, right? So we get to the restaurant. I see the menu. I immediately look at my bank account. I said, okay, as long as her and I just order food, we good. Shorty ordered 2 desserts. Yo, I got the bill back. Dessert was busting my pockets, gang. So immediately the poverty kicked in my head like this. I said, how we going to get out this jam? So I'm looking around. I see the waiter walking in and out the kitchen with the drinks. I said, bet, here we go. Game on. So I walk directly towards the waiter like a collision course. Boom! Soda, water, wine, various liquids is pouring on me like a college girl on spring break, right? I'm causing a ruckus. Oh my God. How could you do this to me, right? Yo, everyone's like, oh my God, oh my God. I said, how could you do this to me? I'm never coming back here again. Grabbed Shorty, ran out the restaurant. I had to do what I had to do.
Show you in a hoodie, then show what's underneath.
Desperado.
Make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean. Then leave. Then leave.
Hi, Dan. I just moved in next door. I'm a supermodel.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I am not paying.
You wanna fucking pay me? I'm putting on this fucking bar. I'm a 12, 10, I'm not fucking paying for me. You wanna cheat on me? I pay for this car, you stupid bitch, huh? Now you fucking laughing, you stupid bitch. Keep fucking paying with me.
I need men to stop. I need you to fucking stop. I need you to fucking stop derailing the conversation and making it about your feelings when women say men are garbage. I'm so tired of having this conversation with you. It is not my job to coddle your male fragility. I tried last night, a couple nights ago. I posted something on my close friend's Instagram story saying men are garbage because I had a very terrible sexist experience happen to me that night. And then I had several men respond back and saying, yes, we are, facts, affirming my experience. And then I had one guy, one motherfucker who tried to derail the entire fucking conversation and make it about his fucking feelings. Stop making it about you. This is not about you. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say that. And then he was like, well, you seem pretty pissed. Yeah, I get pissed off when I'm dealing with fucking incompetence, which is half of the world. Stop it. Ugh.
I know we're in like an employment crisis, or I don't even know what's going on, but like, I worked so hard for 5 years and got a degree. I try my best. It shouldn't have taken 5 years, I guess, but and so now I'm like $100,000 in debt. And the only jobs that people want to try to give me are $15 an hour.
See, it's almost time. I hope you're getting ready, girl, and don't forget.
Ladies between the ages of 19 and 25, this is for you. Have that hoe phase, baby. Have that hoe phase, because guess what? You would hate to have missed out on loads of dick while the dude that you end up marrying is getting it.
I don't know, I just think it's different for girls and guys when it comes to body count. Like, girls should not sleep around. They get used up like cars. Wow, so much to unpack here. Okay, one thing at a time. So you think guys can and should have high body counts, but women should have low ones? Yes, I don't want to sleep with a used up woman. Okay, so who are all those guys sleeping with if you don't want them to sleep with women? Other men? That's fine. Just next time say you're gay. It's much easier. Okay, my next question is, why do you think women get used up? Because they get all stretched out. What about a woman who has a boyfriend and she sleeps with him once every day for 5 years? Is she used up? Okay, so you know nothing about female anatomy and clearly it grosses you out a little bit, so next time again, just say you're gay. It's much better than you bringing down women as a default. And lastly, why in this analogy do you compare men to nothing but women get compared to cars? Is it because you see them as objects and you don't respect them as human beings? You don't really like women, you prefer men. Again, that's fine, it's okay to be gay, but next time say that instead of giving us the misogynistic loop around, because if you actually liked women, you would not have that mindset.
I understood the assignment. I understood the assignment.
Would you rather have a wedding or a honeymoon? Robert and Rachel kind of do the normal thing. They spend $30,000 on their wedding, which is the US average. 32 years later, they need to work for 3 more years to be able to retire. But Sam and Stephanie kind of do the opposite. They just elope and then invest that same $30,000. 32 years later, their investments have grown to over $260,000, and they can take a 3-year honeymoon.
Hey, babe. What the hell is this, Kina? What did you buy?
It's a portable AC.
It's like a robot, Kina. Portable AC.
It's hot as hell in here.
We do not need a portable AC, Kina.
Yes, we do. It gets like 100 degrees in here with this cheap-ass installation and it.
Kina, you have all these windows. Use the windows. We have a ceiling fan. We do not need a portable AC.
Francisco,
What did you spend?
it was $500-600.
$600. You say it like it's nothing, Kina.
For that AC, it's a really good deal. Cheap asshole.
You're buying your own toys now?
It's a nasal aspirator.
A nasal what?
To take your son's boogers out of his nose.
See, that's the whitest shit ever. My son does not need a machine to take his boogers out, Kina. You use a napkin, use your finger. You don't need this, Kina. That's what I tell you.
Baby, shut up.
Enlighten me, please.
Babe, those are my portable breast pumps that I told you about.
You do
So I
not
don't need
need
to
a
stay
portable
here.
breast pump, Kina. You guys are like cows, dude. Just milk yourself.
A cow? You asshole. I'm not a fucking.
Babe, knock knock.
Who's there?
Your side dude.
Nah, he knows to text me first.
If you've had pretty privilege like your whole life, can you stitch this and
Okay, oh man, I could go on for days about this. Not because of me. I mean, although I will say I think I'm pretty. Even if I wasn't, I'd look in the mirror and still tell myself I'm pretty. But my mom is 100% hotter than me. Drop dead gorgeous. And if you are a daughter who has a hot mom, then you know what I mean. Well, and the worst part was that the older she got, the hotter she got. So yes, people were extraordinarily nicer to my mom and I because growing up, my mom was a single mom, so it was just me and her. Everybody was nice. People would let her cut lines in the grocery store. People would pay for her stuff. But the downside to this is people thought because she was so drop dead gorgeous that anybody could approach her, male, female, young, old. Anybody would come up to her all the time. We would be backing out of a parking spot and people would knock on her window.
What if men had to go through a police check, a year-long cognitive therapy program, and a credit check before being allowed to enter into a serious relationship, a marriage, and especially becoming a parent? It's like you ain't about to physically, emotionally, or financially abuse me or any children I will bear. It just begins to cover the bare minimum, you know? Because clearly we can't even achieve that without some intervention.